My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh my goodness, you guys have no idea what this month has been like. I know a lot of people were complaining about the month of January not being well for them, and mine was alright. It's been February that's been kicking my butt. I had a bad cold for maybe a week, then a couple days I was okay, then I relapsed, and then just when I was feeling better from that, I got hit with a stomach virus. And if you're someone who has stomach troubles already, like I've mentioned, I have IBS and lactose intolerance, just imagine the stomach virus cubed. So still not feeling my best, but I wanted to test out the new eyeshadow that I got. I'm going to be doing a lot of complaining in this video. First of all, I'm complaining about how sick I've been. Second of all, what I ended up getting was the AmyLovesMakeup x Amy Hearts Beauty Alma palette. So for those of you who know, I am terribly phobic of getting blood work done. I got blood work done on January 20th, and this was my little treat to myself. It's finally arrived. It took approximately 4 weeks. Now it does say it could take 3 weeks to come on the website, but I got an email, actually I got 2 emails I think in total from Amy Hearts Beauty asking me how was my purchase, and I emailed them twice to tell them I don't have it yet, I can't tell you, and neither email was answered. So imagine spending $50 approximately on the stuff that I bought, it not showing up, and then when you reach out to the company twice, nobody tells you anything. Maybe there is a number you can call, I didn't find one. It does say allow 48 hours for a response via email. I waited a week and still no response. And finally, when I get the palette, I've seen people with worse for sure, but you can see that some of these shadows have like dispersed, and I don't want to tilt it too much because I don't want anything to fall out, but you could see that this one is cracked and also slightly displaced, and yeah, this one here, you could see the crack running through that one. And then I ended up getting 2, I don't know if these are duochromes or trichromes or whatever. These just came like a little, like kind of like the palette with the little powder all over, all these technical terms. So needless to say, I'm not very happy so far. Even if I'm happy with the quality when I try it out. And this is nothing against AmyLovesMakeup. I like her. I enjoy her. This is against the company. So, I've spent too much time complaining. I should have done it while I applied the makeup, but I can't do 2 things at one time, as you've seen. So, I'm going to start with my fluffy brush from Wish, and I'm going to go into Bloom. Another thing is that I've watched like several videos on this palette, and I feel like the colors are just very different in real life compared to what I saw in the videos. So it's taking a while for Bloom to show up on my brush, but that's like the peachy, almost pink shade. I'm just gonna, okay, well that's pigmented. I'm just gonna put that as my transition shade. Just so you know, I have not swatched these at all. I haven't touched them because I've been sick. I didn't want to infect my makeup. Okay. I also didn't set my eyeshadow primer with anything. Today I decided to use, ooh, okay. Now we're getting a lot of kick up in the pan. I don't know if you can see it. That's not something that typically bothers me, as you guys know, but I know it bothers some people, so I'm just letting you know. Okay, I mean that looks pretty good. It is pretty powdery, but that's okay. I mean, is it getting a little stuck? Maybe a tiny bit, but again, I didn't set my eyeshadow primer, and I really do know better than to do that. Next, I am going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going to go into Inspiration, which I thought was going to be a nice purpley color, and it's more like a muted red burgundy. I'm going to put this in the crease. I'm just picking up like little bits first, just to see like how pigmented this really is. Now, did I need this palette? Absolutely not. But like I said, it was a treat for me since I went through with my blood work. That mostly came back fine, thankfully. Just my vitamin D is very low, so I'm gonna have to take some supplements for that. And I thought this might be like a perfect palette for me because of the blues and purples. That's nice. I almost don't want to like it because I'm so unhappy with the customer service, but one really shouldn't have anything to do with the other. I want to be salty, but I can't because so far it's very nice. I definitely want to use Kindness, which looks really, really pretty. I didn't think I would like that one so much, but I do. Honestly, I like it better than the way the purples look. I mean, this looks like the perfect blue for me, but I'm not going for blue today. I'm going to use Hearts on the maybe like outer third. Ooh. It's an interesting color. It's got like a blue and a pink shift to it, maybe. That's very interesting. So I'm just going to apply it with my finger as I usually do. That is very pretty. I wish I had put one of the other colors maybe in the crease. Maybe I still can. Also, I think you can see the fallout here. Again, that's not bothersome to me. I'll just sweep it away with a brush. Yeah, that is pretty. I'm going to do the same to the other side here, just to make them even. And then I'm going to see if I can add a little more depth to the crease. So I'm going to go even smaller. I'm going to go with my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to go into Taurus, which is the, looks like a very, very dark blue that's trying to pop out of the pan. Ooh, okay. Very dark, very pigmented. So I'm just going to try and put this like in the very deepest part of my crease. I may not even take it all the way in, maybe just to the middle and blend it. So I'm having a little trouble blending that one. What I'm going to do is go back into Inspiration, that burgundy color, and just try to blend that out a little more. Same brush. This is definitely not the look that I thought I was going to be getting. But I don't mean that in a bad way. I just didn't realize that that was going to be the purple I wanted. And I just thought that that needed a little something else to it. It comes off much bluer on the eyes. So I'm looking in the pan and it looks a little more red pink. Anyway, I'm going back in with that same color, Hearts, and I'm just gonna pack it back in where I lost the color because I went back to apply the dark blue. I'm going to take the IBY crease brush again just to try to soften this up. I have no shadow on it. That's better. Then I'm going to take Kindness. That's very pretty. This looks like the Stila Glitter and Glow shadow in Tulip Twinkle, but like in a powder form and like slightly less like peach to it. It's more pink. So this is just gonna go on the inner 2/3. Okay, it's pretty. I do wish it had a little more peach to it though, like the Stila one does. And it's also a little bit darker on the eyelid. And I would prefer it a little lighter, but I'm just nitpicking. It's more of a preference thing. It's not a quality thing. I'm also just not terribly thrilled with the color combination choices I made, but that's on me. Again, that has nothing to do with the palette. Everything has been, I mean, you've seen it, everything has been very pigmented so far. Very pretty. Looks like, like candy or something. Next, I'm going to take my dollar store brush and I'm going to go in with Petal, which I believe is a pink duochrome. I don't think you can see. Nah, you can't really see it in the light. Honestly, I can barely see it in person. Some of these are a little chunkier, like Kindness was. I think you could see that. This is one of those. And this is going to be my brow bone highlight because why not? Can you see that? A little bit. It's subtle. Maybe I'm just not putting enough on or with the right brush. Or maybe it's not meant for a brow bone highlight. I don't know. I'm also going to put a little bit of that on my inner corners, which you know I hate doing, but just for the sake of trying things out, and also I think this is what it's for. So I'm using, what am I using? BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it. It's a tiny little brush. And I'm just putting it right there, blending it a little bit. Yeah, it's very subtle. I'm not as thrilled with that. I wonder what it would look like on top of a shadow. Maybe that's a better way to use it. Probably another better way to use it is to put it on my finger and then blend it out. So just for the sake of the video, I'm gonna put it on my pinky in the corner. Yeah, it's brighter. Still kind of chunky though. I have a feeling people aren't gonna like this one as so much. Maybe depending on how you use it. Yeah, now you can see that. I'm just gonna blend it with the BH Cosmetics brush with the 6 on it. Should I try a little bit on the really inner third? Yeah, why not? Are we gonna make a mess? Maybe. Did you see how chunky that was? We ruined it. I was going to try this as a highlighter, but I don't know. Yeah, I wish I hadn't done that. I liked it better the other way. Alright, for the lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna go in with, you know what, let me use Inspiration, which is the burgundy, on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. And I think I'm just gonna put that all across the lower lash line. And then I'm going to blend that out, I think, with Dreamweaver, which is a pastel purple, lilac, lavender, whatever you want to call it, color. Same brush, just gonna blend it out. I don't really like how this looks, but yet again, I'm gonna say it's not the palette, it's just me using, I don't know, a combination of colors that I'm not thrilled with. So forget it. I'm just gonna do what I usually do, go over it. I'm gonna match the lower lash line to the top. I'm gonna put hearts on like the outer third. Also, I feel like there are big dents being made in some of these pans. That didn't go on very well. Maybe because it was over the matte shades. Anyway, I'm going to take Kindness now and go on the inner 2/3, the lower lash line. Yeah, that didn't go on very well. Alright, I'm going to use my finger to do it instead. I'm going to use my pinky. That's better. And then my index finger. Okay, what do we think? And you know what, just for the heck of it, I'm going to take my Moda contour brush and I'm going to go into Petal, and that was showing you terribly. Hang on. Petal. Oh, okay, now I think you saw the pink a little bit. I'm going to take that and use it as a highlighter just to see what it does. Can you see anything? So I just checked in the natural lighting in my bathroom, and no, you cannot see the highlight really. So I don't know, for a highlighter, if you wanted to use it, maybe you would have to put it on with your finger or a wet brush or something. So far, I guess I like it. I think the problem I'm having is more of what colors I'm pairing together, and that's just on me. And also like figuring out the textures. I mean, I guess like any new palette, and seeing what colors, like how they translate on the eye. Does that make sense? Alright, day 2. I think I'm gonna go for a blue and purple matte look today, because I usually don't do all matte looks. We'll see. I'm gonna try and do this somewhat fast because this video is already too long. I'm going to start with my fluffy brush from Wish, and I'm gonna use Dreamweaver. Whoa, okay. A lot of kick up in the pan there. A lot came off on the brush. Did I put my hair back? Still no. I'm gonna put this as my transition shade, I guess. And I think on the inner third of my lid. This one definitely takes some building up. And I'm just going to take my finger and put it on the inner third like this. I like it better on the lid for sure. So I have a feeling that means this shade needs to be like packed on rather than like swiped. Next I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 3 on it, and I'm going into Spirit, which looks really pretty. So it's a matte blue purple color. Just gonna pick up a little bit. And I think I'm gonna put that in the middle here. That looks so different on the eye. On the eye, I feel like it appears darker and warmer. I'm going to take my middle finger and put that here on the middle of the lid. Okay, a lot of fallout. Again, that doesn't bother me, just letting you know, for those of you it does bother. And I'm gonna go back in with Dreamweaver to intensify it and just blend the two together. Then I'm going to take my IBY crease brush and go into Blessed, which is a bright royal blue with a touch of purple and a touch of shimmer. Like the kind of shimmer that I think will blend away when I start working with it. And I'm going to put it on the outer part of my crease. That one is a little harder to blend. Just letting you know. Then I'm going to take that shade on my pinky and put it on the outer third of my lid. And then going back in with Spirit to blend the two together. I'm going to take my fluffy brush from Wish again, and I'm just going to take it without any shadow on it, just to blend this a little bit more. It definitely looks harsher on camera than it does in real life. Next I'm going to take my dollar store brush and I'm going into Cloud 9, which appears to be a blue iridescent topper duochrome. You can't really see it. But basically, like I showed you Petal, this one looks like that. I would say it's like a chunkier version of the Kat Von D Alchemist palette pan, the one that's like blue-purple. I think it's called Ultraviolet. And I'm putting it on my brow bone. I feel like you could see it better in camera actually than in real life. And again, it looks harsher on camera than it does in real life. Next I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm going back into Blessed. And I'm going to put that on the outer, maybe half of my lower lash line. Just kind of lessening the amount of shadow and lessening the pressure as I go in. Then I'm going to take Wish, which is this perfect baby blue, more on the warm side, and has a lot of shimmer and glitter in it. I'm going to take that on the same brush and see if I can apply that going in the inner half. Ooh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's in my eyeball though. Ow. Looks like I didn't even need to go in with my finger with this one. Just make sure you get enough on the brush. A little bit of layering. Yeah, I think that's my favorite shade so far. The camera does not do that one justice. And I think to finish off, I'm going to take Cloud 9 on my pinky. Yeah, that is so chunky. I'm going to use it on my inner corners. I don't like that. And using my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, so there is look number 2. Alright, so before I do the final look, I'm going to swatch everything. I know that's a weird order to do this, but for my final look I want to incorporate maybe one of these that I ordered, which are the duochromes, multichromes, trichromes. I don't know what they are. I really don't know what they are, because when I opened them up I realized that they don't have names on them at all. Not on the back, not on the packaging. So you know what? I don't even know if I really got what I ordered. Anyway, I'm going to start with swatching the palette. I'm going to start with Heavenly, which is the purple duochrome, which I did not use on my eyes yet. Very chunky, but you can definitely see the duochrome on it at least. I'm going to smooth it out just so you can see the color better maybe. I just feel like these are a little chunky and like there's a lot of white to them. Next I'm going to go with Petal, which is the pink chunky duochrome that you did see me use. Yeah, you can barely see that. I feel like the shades in here are overall nice, but some of them are a hit and miss. I'm gonna go with Cloud 9 next, which is the blue chunky duochrome. And I just want to emphasize again that I like AmyLovesMakeup. I think I called her Amy Hearts Makeup earlier in the video. I keep getting confused, going back and forth between the Amy Hearts, Amy Loves, one with a Y, one with an I. Nothing against her. I do like the colors in here a lot. I think it's the brand here that has issues, to say the least. I'm going into Kindness now, which is the pink. I think this is definitely one of my favorite shades. Wow, look at that. Next I'm going into Wish, which I think that is my favorite shade, even though I didn't use a lot of it the other day. Yeah, definitely my favorite. That is my perfect blue eyeshadow right there. Beautiful. Now it did turn a little bit purple, but I think that's because I might have still had a little pink on my finger. So you know what, let me go in there again just so you can see it a little better. Next I'm going into Lover, which is this one. This one I did not try on my eyes yet. That's interesting. It's kind of thin and sparkly. Interesting. Next I'm going into Lovely, which is this, I don't know if you can see the duochrome in it, but it's purple and it's got like some pink and blue in it, which in this day and age isn't a terribly unique color, but it's pretty. A little hard to see the duochrome, so I wonder if you have to wet that or really pack it on. And I'm going to do Heart as the last one on this side, or Hearts. And this one is like a somewhat dark, so like maybe a medium deep purple with some gray to it. Yeah, definitely swatches differently than it appears in the pan, I would say. That also, yeah, like there's more shimmer to it than that. I think you saw that when I applied it on my eyes. You know what, I lied. I'm gonna go one more time on that arm because I do have the other two eyeshadows. So I'm gonna go into Dreamweaver, which is the pale purple matte. And by the way, the first look I did wore well throughout the day. The second one, it was okay. Like the mattes kind of moved around a little bit. I lied. I'm gonna go in with Bloom, which is the peach matte, and I'm gonna put that one here too. Alright, I'm really gonna switch to the other arm now. I'm gonna go with Spirit, which I do like that one a lot. It's a matte blue purple color. Next I'm going to go with Inspiration, which is the burgundy color. I don't know why I'm doing my swatches like that today. I never do them like that, you know that. Next I'm going to go with Blessed, which is the bright blue matte. I'm going to go with Roman next, which is the shimmery turquoise, which we actually didn't use yet. That's really nice. I guess I didn't go with this one because I do have colors like this. And like I feel like, you know, typically people use like the turquoise kind of color. I wanted to just use some different colors. That's very nice though. Wow. And last but not least in the palette, Taurus, which is the matte navy blue. Can't stop staring at the Roman color now. So here is the palette. And last but not least, the duochromes. I honestly don't know which one is which, so let's see. I know the two I ordered were called Presence and Wraith, which is a new word to me, by the way. I looked it up so that I would know how to pronounce it, and I wanted to know, did they just make a mistake and mean to write Wrath? No, apparently Wraith is like an image of like a ghost of someone who has died or is about to die. Isn't that nice? So these are the two that I have here. I really don't know which one is which. I'm gonna start with this one. Presence was supposed to be more like pink and purple. This is blue and purple maybe? So maybe this one is supposed to be Wraith. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. There's like blue and pink and purple all at the same time. Do you see that? Do you see the pink, the purple, and the blue? It's pretty chunky though. Wow, but look at that. Huh, that's very interesting. Okay, so I still don't know which one that is. And I'm going to try the other one now. This is definitely not what I ordered because that's like green gold. Do you see that? Hang on. Let me get some more of that. Do you know what color that is? Because to me that looks like green, yellow, maybe the slightest tint of blue. Okay, so I think we all know how I feel about this company by now. I honestly don't even think those are what I ordered. We all know how I felt about the palette. Just whatever at this point, okay? So here you go. These are all the swatches of all the things that I'm not going to say that I ordered. I'm going to say that came to my house. Alright, so just for the heck of it, today I am going to set my eyeshadow primer with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 110 Porcelain with my dollar store brush. Just to see if that makes a difference. Alright, I'm going to go into Dreamweaver with my fluffy brush from Wish, and kind of like the other day, I'm going to use this as my transition. Do we see a difference so far? Not really. I wonder how this would be on a white base. Like, other than my skin white base. Like a true white base, like a concealer or a primer, something like that. Things that I don't really use. Or not really, I never use. Alright, next I'm going to take Taurus on my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to put that in my crease. Start blending it. Okay, I'm also going to use Taurus on the outer third, just with my pinky. Then I'm going to take Lover, and I'm going to put that on the middle of my lid. That's pretty. I feel like this one probably needs a glitter glue or to be put on wet, just because it is very thin and fine. I don't know if you can tell. I don't think you can even, no, you can't really see the glitter that well. It's very sparkly. I feel like some of these shades are excellent and others, like, I have to work with them too much for the price I paid for this. Next, I'm gonna go in with whatever this is, because we don't really know. This is the one that was like pink and blue and purple all at the same time. And I'm gonna use that on the inner third and see what happens. It is pretty, but it's a little chunky, or a lot chunky. And by now, I'm just like over all of this. I think I'm only going to do my lids today. I don't think I'm going to do the lower lash line. To finish off, I'm going to use my dollar store brush and go into Heavenly, which is the purple duochrome from the palette. And that's going on my brow bone. And just for fun, I'll go in with my Moda contour brush and use this other miscellaneous eyeshadow or whatever it is as a highlighter, just to see what it looks like. I don't think you can see that really. Alright, that is it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!